So as God in his language is called God, which means king of wisdom, and he is often a ruler over human population and master over people, seek and understand the meaning of my speech, lest you be so bold to call me the Son of God or Son of creation, or assign me to the power of creation, or insult me by calling me the Lord over good and evil. Wisdom will only exist where the knowledge of the truth bear fruit, and where the laws of creation are followed and respected. Teach your children the knowledge, for they will be the only ones that understand. Truly, I say to you, if you are knowledgeable and comprehending and embrace wisdom, and if you practice love truthfully and do not doubt, not only will you do such things with blind eyes, but when you say to the fig tree, dry up, it will dry up. And when you say to the mountain, lift yourself up and throw yourself into the sea, it will come to pass. So he's saying, if you have a sound mind by training yourself to understand and comprehend knowledge and use common sense and practice love, unconditional love, giving to others and not having that jealousy, greed, resentment, all of these things that fill our heart with resentment, and then we are not able to practice unconditional love, then when you master those things, and then you start to focus on letting go of fear and doubt. So as soon as you let go of doubt, you'll be able to do things, tap into powers that you didn't even know that you had. So what he said, when you tell the fig tree to dry up, it will dry up. So whatever you say to the creator, the universe that exists within you, then it will do it, because you have no doubt in your mind that it will happen. That's unwavering faith. That's taking that leap of faith. But you have to believe it wholeheartedly, not sway back and forth. Then things will happen. Magic, basically. Be knowledgeable in truth and wisdom, so that your spirit and your consciousness will become powerful. And when you are knowledgeable and live in the truth of wisdom, your spirit and your consciousness will be filled with infinite power. Again, talking about the same thing. Be on this search for truth and be knowledgeable. Listen to your intuition to tell you if this is the truth or not. Then your spirit and your consciousness will get stronger. And then you'll be filled with infinite power to be able to do all these things that he talked about. Then everything you command or ask for in prayer you will receive if you trust in it. Do not suppose that prayer is necessary, because you will also receive without prayer if your spirit and your consciousness is trained through wisdom. Whatever a person may wish to accomplish, they must always first create the will to do so, because this is the law of nature. So you have to have the will to accomplish your goal. So he's basically saying you may have a passionate thought or a passionate idea that you want to accomplish, that you'll daydream about it, but you have to create the will. The will doesn't just come to you. You have to create the habits, the discipline, and the willpower to do it, to get it done. On days that you don't feel like doing, you have to do something, even if it's only 5%. But every day you have to be consistent and disciplined on what it is that you're working towards, what it is that you want to accomplish, and that makes your spirit and your mind stronger as well. And he's saying when your spirit becomes so powerful, not filled with doubt and all these other things that inhibit it, then you won't even need to pray, because you'll be vibrating at such a high frequency. Your aura will be radiating magnetic to all the things that you desire, all the manifestations that you already put out, that you just thinking about what you want will allow you to start receiving the opportunities and solutions to make those things happen for yourself. Thus, a person determines the course of their life known as faith, but it is in fact that a person must acquire knowledge and learn the truth in order to engender a will that is imbued the laws. So, this is saying that we determine our own faith. By free will, we determine our own faith and what path we want to take, because there's multiple paths that we can go on, just like there's multiple timelines that we can engage in and jump to. So basically, by acquiring knowledge and truth about the universe, about our purpose, about who we are, why our souls are here, all of these things, then we can basically, trigger the will that is imbued with the laws of nature, laws of creation. So they have to be filled with the laws of nature for us to get the path that we want. Because until we understand the laws of creation, the laws of nature, and all the karmic, I just heard recently there's 44 karmic lessons, and not all of us are here to fulfill all those 40. We've satisfied the others in our previous life. We've closed those connections, and we've fulfilled breaking of those karmic lessons because we overcame it. Then we'll still keep coming back into another body, another human form, and staying until we fulfill those karmic lessons. However, if we're trapped here by God that's controlling us and treating this as a prison planet, then maybe this doesn't apply. So I think that we're trapped here on a prison planet. That's why our memories are wiped and all of these things. But I don't have solid proof on that. There's ancient texts, there's all of these things that tie together, but I still don't know if that's the truth or not. My intuition hasn't told me yet, is that really the truth? Because I keep getting different information and maybe I'm confusing myself. But let's use this as this would be how it works if we weren't trapped on a prison planet. This is how the creation works. So let's go by creational laws and what creation set up. So if this is how it works on every planet, let's say, it would be that we come into a body, we fulfill the karma, try to close out the lesson, start to learn from the lessons that we didn't succeed in the previous lifetime, overcome it, do better, and then we reach that higher level of consciousness. If we don't, then we come back and relive it again. And he says exactly what our purpose is. Consider yourselves as people who live in order to learn and perfect the spirit. Learning and perfecting as the spirit is dealing with our karma, not making the same mistakes over and over again, or else that karma cannot close out. We cannot overcome that karma cycle because we haven't learned that lesson. So we have to perfect our spirit so that we don't fall into the trap of these lessons that we keep repeating over and over again. Humans were never perfect in spirit, and thus they were never fallen away from creation. So we were never born perfect. Our soul was born with these flaws, and our goal was to work on perfecting it, basically. It says the spirit of each person, and he says it right here, the spirit of each person is created specifically for the task of perfecting itself and gaining wisdom that is so as to become one with creation, as destined by the laws whereby creation grows and expands within and perfects itself. And as spirit within a person is unity, so is creation a unity within itself, and no other power exists beside it. Within itself, creation is pure spirit and therefore infinite power because it is one with itself and nothing exists outside of it. What it's saying is that by us perfecting our spirit, closing out the karma lessons, that's how we become one with spirit, following creational laws, and then creation actually grows and expands as well. And then that creates a more powerful source of energy. When people vibrate at a higher frequency, more higher frequency energies enter this space, this realm, this universe.